There's a battery bolted right in here.
But
shock's not here.
I've never needed an extra battery. I mean, these have 500 watts,
I don't
and
know
my
what's in these.
my other one has a 700.
Okay.
My Expert. But I'm telling you what, it's a mullet, so 27.5, 29 on the front. It's a rad bike, and it has the top of the line Fox suspension. But you know what? I'm really liking these RockShox.
Me too.
I really like them.
Yep, I have too.
And these are cheap. Yours are good ones,
Yeah,
but these are real cheap.
These are needing a rebuild here pretty quick. I got a lot of miles on this thing.
Well, it may be that I just need to sell that Expert and go to get a dirt bike. Go riding with you guys.
Yeah. Like I say, if you ever get the chance to come up home in the summertime,
I'd love to come up to
epic
Montana.
Camping up there, and
I've never been to Montana.
oh, it's the single track up there is like nothing. Well, it's like Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that buddy of mine that just died. That's why he was in Colorado in the summer. It's too hot down here for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's lived here his whole life. He was an attorney here. So he had the money. He just bought a place somewhere up in Colorado, and has been dirt biking and mountain biking like crazy for the last 3 or 4 years up there. Then he comes. We meet him down here to ride dirt bikes here in the winter.
Well, I would love to go riding with you guys. I'll have to seriously think about that, because I mean, it's a $12,000 mountain bike that I just let sit, and it's just too pretty to ride, you know.
I had a hard time paying $6 for one of these, but
well, yeah, that's what these are. These are about 50, 56.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't need anything more than this.
No, and that's what we figured too. I'm not that good. I mean, I can do it, but I'm way better on a dirt bike.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a reason I haven't thrown any of my motorcycle gear out, because the problem is my son moved to Iowa, and if he's not here, I don't ride. You know, that's what sucks.
When we're here, we ride a lot. So, and while he's here, we've been riding the mountain bikes a ton.
So one of you guys drive back up with the dirt bikes at the end?
We will go back in probably end of March. We'll take the Sprinter and the trailer and all the bikes back up.
Oh, so then you go to Moab on the way.
And then we go to Moab from there. We spend almost a month there.
Really?
So 3 weeks plus every year.
Nice.
So there's so much riding there if you know where to go. And we've been doing it for so many years that this group that, like I say, if you like technical slow stuff, 5 Miles of Hell is like unbelievable.
Okay.
We've done it so many times, and now with my group, most of them are younger than us. So it's 2 of us that are in their 60s, and the others are in their 50s. We race them end to end. So we all start at the one end, and then it's a race all the way through 5 Miles of Hell, turn around and all the way back through, and see who can make it. And it's like, I think it's almost 18 miles of really hard enduro shit. I mean, it's like going up all this.
Oh my gosh.
And then as fast as you can do it. So
that doesn't sound fun.
Oh, it is to me.
See, I love the riverbeds. I like riding wide,
and that's where Dan Rosengren, this buddy of mine, he likes that better. He won't race us. So he'll go do the high-speed sand wash.
Yeah.
He loves the dunes at home. And that's okay for me, but I still rather go ride this stuff.
The real technical stuff.
Yeah.
I have a buddy who's like that too, and I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ride the KTM 500 in Moab. I had a KX 450, and that thing was a freaking rocket.
They are.
And
for most of the stuff we do, they don't work. I
yeah.
had one of those years
well,
an RMZ. I had an RMZ 450.
It was tough to do any technical stuff with that bike.
Right. Yeah, hiccup.
Yeah, having that wide ratio transmission. Oh, is
see, I'm the other way. I like my TX. It's got a close ratio because I never use first gear ever.
Okay.
On my W's.
Yeah, yeah.
Dan's is a W version. It's still a Husky, but it's the wide ratio one.
Okay.
Mine's the TX instead of the TE because I like I don't like first gear. I hardly ever use it.
Yep, that
in
makes
the
sense.
Technicals.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you guys. It's like,
man, this is so cool. Now you got me all excited about riding dirt bikes again. And although I'd never buy a dirt bike here,
No, down
they're
here I agree.
they're terrible.
Trashed.
I buy all my bikes up at Sun Honda in Colorado.
See, I've been looking really hard for a new. I'd like a 22 500.
Well,
But the KTM version or the 501 Husky would be great too. But I cannot find one anywhere.
well, text me exactly what you're looking for, and I'll reach out to my guy at Sun. I know the owner
Oh, okay.
and the
Does he have Husky though?
no, yes, it's all KTM.
Well, see, that'd be all right. But I like the linkage, and the same version in the KTM is non-linkaged.
Well, he may know somebody where he can get it. He can get a Husky. So I wouldn't put it past him, you know.
Yeah, I'll get the model.
I was able to buy it cheaper in Colorado and have it shipped here for less than their best price.
I agree. Yeah,
At
it's
Ride
bullshit
Now.
down here. We
And-
look too. So
I even gave him the invoice. I said, okay, beat this, because I'd like to support you guys locally.
yeah.
And they said, we can't do it, can't touch it. I'm like, you guys are this big of a dealer?
Well, is that the one there in Mesa?
Yes, they're idiots.
They have Harley and like 5 dealerships in a row. GoDaddy or Go. He's the owner of GoDaddy.
Is he really?
He is.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, you know what?
Because I went and talked to him too. Oh, horses.
Yeah.
They're down here. Yeah, I said the same thing. I can buy it way cheaper at home, not pay the tax. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
Oh, you don't have state tax?
no,
Oh, even better.
no. Yeah, it kind of it's freaky here when we come down and you have to pay so much tax for all this stuff.
It's nuts. Colorado really isn't any better, though, when it comes to taxes.
Well, ever since Colorado did their marijuana thing,
Oh, yeah,
and I have friends that still live there, they said it's turned into a shithole
it has.
just because of that. And guess what? Montana just got it pushed through.
Oh, they did?
So we're waiting. Like I say, I'm ready to get retired. I'm trying to get these guys
To do it all?
to take it all. Yeah, my
Yeah.
daughter's still at home running the office, so
Well,
I'm close.
That will shut her up.
yep, you're
Next
there.
year, I hope.
Well,
Should
you
we go
say,
home?
What's the difference in you and a rooster?
Yeah, you'll never get him to shut up. Let's go.
I'm giving him dirty jokes.
Great.
You ready to go head back?
Yeah, we can go run this thing
See
back.
if they're open.
I think 6 or 7, I think, is when they close. So
Hey, let me know what it
3:30.
costs for the full week on that thing.
Hey Jeff, he did say that EP8 is surgy in two modes. Unless you're in eco, it surges.
Wait, he has an EP8?
Yeah.
well,
Oh, is that should be a Bosch, isn't it?
It's
Oh,
a
I don't know.
Bosch.
it is a Bosch.
He said it surges unless it's in eco.
Really?
You?
Wow, a little like on the turbo it will. You can feel it. EMTB, you can.
So the settings on this computer are the coolest thing. You can run it on eco. For me, that's keeps up with my wife pedaling hard.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you go to EMTB, it's called, and it adjusts for how fast you're going to how hard you're pedaling,
Uh-huh.
and the computer figures out what you need. So going like up, right, I was just climbing that, that's
Yep.
on EMTB.
Okay.
And so it'll only give you what you're trying to give. It's amazing what it does.
That's awesome.
So, and it saves battery most times. Guys down at Two Wheel Jones where he rented that said
Like my dad
that's
used
all
to-
they
I
run
tell all
in.
these things like, I-
Huh.
Then you got turbo mode too that's like rip your arms off. You can't even
go do
control it
something, and I give
on
him a
this
bad look.
bike.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
terrible.
that's the same with my Expert, because I can go in 10% increments and I can reprogram it completely. This one doesn't have that though. I think that's what you're paying for, is that
Yeah.
controller and extra battery capacity. And
Hole in the ground.
So this one has Eco, Touring Mode, EMTB, and then Turbo.
nice.
And we run it most of the time like what I was doing here in EMTB, and then running the trails with him. I'm in Eco mode.
Yeah,
I
okay.
push hard.
Yeah,
So.
that dude
Yep.
just hit the hell out of that.
Well, yeah, and this one only has like 3 modes. I can adjust it via my phone,
Oh,
but it's nice that,
oh, it's built in. I've seen someone else had one that was built in right there.
well, this one doesn't have it. This just has a power button, and you can change the levels 3 different
Oh,
through,
okay.
you know, Eco, Trail, and I don't know.
That's what touring is on this one's trail.
Okay, but
And turbo.
something.
But yeah, that is the advantage to having the Expert and having the cooler display, which is kind of like that, but it's right here.
Right.
And then you can control pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really like the Bosch motors.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, the Bosch motors. I like the Bros. Brose, sometimes they call it too. I don't know, but I think these are great motors. I actually like the Yamaha motors as well, especially this new one that they have out, the third generation one. I'm not a big fan of the Shimano EP8s.
Right.
They
Yeah.
feel clunky.
Like I say, I've got buddies that have ridden tons. One guy's still racing mountain bikes, you know, the regular non-motorized ones.
Okay.
Serious, everything. And he still that's why I ended up picking this, because he said it's been the best all-around e-bike that he's had. So,
I've heard, I see a ton of great reviews on those.
so we really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks like it's set up really well for you too, where your
I mean, we don't mind the out and backs. We
Yeah,
like
it's
doing
been a
your
lot of fun.
suspension mount or O-rings are. Those are pretty.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I check them every once in a while and then readjust them. Depends on what we're doing. This I knew was going to be a little rougher, so I softened them up a bit. So that's why they're down so far.
That's what well, actually, they say if you can get 90, if you're riding them right at 90%, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. I mean, I usually,
If you start getting off the ground much with it, it's heavy enough that they'll bottom. So then I got to put a little more air in both of them.
oh,
I
okay.
think I've got 170 in that. Sitting right at 80, I think, in the front right now.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's good to know that